نحمده ونصلي على رسول الكريم ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Today, inshallah, we shall try to learn a few more verses from chapter 3, Aali-Imran. Please hold copies of Quran in your hands and focus your attention towards these specific verses. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful. Kulillahumma, O Messenger, say, O my Allah, Malik al-Mulk, you are the owner of sovereignty and power. Tutil mulka man tasha, you grant that power to whom you will. Watanzi'ul mulka mimman tasha, and you snatch or seize power from whom you would like to. Watu'izzu man tasha, you bestow honor upon whom you will. Watudillu man tasha, and you humble whom you will. Biyadikal khair, in your hands is all good. Innaka ala kulli shay'in qadir, and you are competent over everything. You have powers and authority over everything. Tulijul layla fin nahar, O Allah, you cause the night to enter into the day. Watulijul nahar fil layl, and you cause night to enter into the day. Watukhrijul hayya min al-mayt, and you bring the hayya, you bring life might out of dead. But to the and you bring out dead out of living. But man tasha, and you provide providence, you give provisions, man tasha, whom you will. Bigar hisab, without any account. Sadaqallahul azim. Kul, O Messenger, say, you pray to Allah, Allahumma, O Allah, Malik al-Mulk, you are the owner of all sovereignty and all power. Because Allah is the only God, creator, nation, He is master. He is everything cool. So say, O Messenger, Allahumma Malik al-Mulk, O Allah, you are the owner, you are the master of all sovereignty and power. Tu'til mulka man tasha, you bestow, you give power or authority to whom you will. But Tanzi'ul mulka mimman tasha, you snatch or you take away power or authority from whom you will, because you are the power, you are the authority, you are the only authority. But tu'izzu man tasha, you give honor to whom you will. But tudillu man tasha, and you humble whom you will, or you snatch that honor and respect from whom you will. It's all your authority. Biyadikal khair, in your hands, all that under your power and control is khair, all the good and best is in your control. Innaka ala kulli shay'in qadir, when you are competent on everything, you have power and authority to do anything or what. This is a real belief. In fact, this is the nucleus of Quran. This is the pivot of Quran, about over which everything revolves. That Allah, submitting and surrendering Him, all powerful, all giver, all taker, all powerful. It's this man. That's why about this verse, it is explained in Hadith by Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Whoever recites this verse with proper understanding, of course, in the mornings and evenings, Allah shall save him from all disasters. Allah shall relieve him from all the pains and agonies, and relieve him also from debts, even if his debts might have exceeded the dimension of the mountain. Because this verse is about that. It's the base, as it were, base and pivot of Quran, highlighting the powers of, unlimited powers of God. Oh God, oh Allah, you cause night to enter into the day. And you cause day to enter into the night. And this is what's happening. We see His power, His creator, His manager. He makes earth to revolve on its own axis at a rate of 1600 kilometers per hour that causes on its own day and nights regularly for the last around 4 billion years with perfection, with perfect coordination with sun and other planets of the solar system. And that makes life possible on this earth. This Quran explains it to Laila. Oh God, you are who caused the day to enter, night to Laila fi nahar, caused night to enter into the day, and you caused night to enter into the day. This is theoretical explanation of this, yes, but its first observational explanation of this Quranic verse came to the attention of the humans in 1958. That was first explanation of this was on the basis of observation by human eye. Then first cosmonaut, Yuri Gagarin, was sent to the space. He was the first man. Before, none had gone before. It was a step, at that time USSR was ahead of America in this respect, in space technology. And that didn't last forever. They collapsed later, we know that. But once he went up, he didn't go too up, he just, but since it was the first step, it was a major breakthrough. That the credit goes to that. Sputnik, they went up. And on his return, when Yuri Gagarin was asked about his experiments, his experience from space, and he was asked, when looking down, what did you find about Earth? What did you see down? Among many observations, one of the curious observations, I saw a different thing. A game of hide and seek being played. Looking down, I could see that on one hand, night entering into the day, and on the other side, day entering into the night. I could see it was a hide and seek, night running after day and day running after the night. This was a special feature. Nobody had seen it before because nobody had gone to space till then. Of course, we had aeroplanes. It started in 1900 to 1903, but that's too limited space. It was for the first time observing Earth from high space. This is what Quran had said 1400 years back. Imagine. The same thing. Oh God, it is you who caused night to enter into the day, and you caused day to enter into the night. It is happening now. In this part of the world, eastern part of the world, when night enters the day, that means day is finishing, night starts. It's at the same moment. In America's western world, North and South America, what we see, the day entering the night is a simultaneous, continuous phenomenon happening every day, every time on this earth. Every time, every second, every moment, in different parts of the world, it's happening. We call Japan as the land of rising sun. It started from here, land of rising sun. We call Norway the midnight sun. And it starts from Japan, how it moves ahead. Light starts from there, and that's the day entering to the night. Coming forward, reach South China and go to Korea, and other parts, then Vietnam, light heading towards, and light day entering into the night. And on the other way around, and then it reaches Thailand, what we call Siam, Bangkok, then Myanmar, then Bangladesh, then enters India. It's like this. On the other hand, if the night had entered the day, it's a continuous phenomenon, and that's why it is continuous. That's why Quran also explains in the same breath. In the same verse, Tuliju Laila fil Nahar, you cause night to enter into the day. Tuliju Nahar fil Lail, and Allah, you cause day to enter into the night, and continuously and simultaneously happening. This. I can't go beyond due to limitation of time, otherwise it is something fantastic. It needs a thorough explanation. I have given you just a broad outline. You can understand it maybe better than I do. Listeners may be experts in the field, in astronomy and related theoretical physics. and movement of stars and planets, rotation of Earth, etc. You may be in a position to understand it better than I might have understood it. وَتُخْرِجُ الْحَيَّ مِنَ الْمَيِّتِ. You bring living out of dead. وَتُخْرِجُ الْمَيِّتَ مِنَ الْحَيِّ. And you bring dead out of living. This is also a phenomenon happening in this world. Every time life coming out of dead things. You know, we humans, I just give an example. What I have understood from this verse, part of the verse, we humans are made of cells, as the building is made of bricks. We have in our body, adult human body, there are 50 trillion cells. That means 50,000 billion cells. Cell is the basic unit of life. We are alive because we are made of cells, and cell is the basic unit of life. What is cell? A small structure which cannot be seen with naked eye. It's a brick-like, but microscopic brick, invisible. What's inside a cell? You can imagine the size of the cell. Human body composed of 50,000 billion cells. You can imagine the dimension of cell. It's a small structure, brick-like structure, small, microscopic brick. Inside, and in the center, a dark dot called nucleus, around cytoplasm. A transparent drop of water, not drop, it's droplet, even less than droplet, in almost nothing. These cells join together. The cell is the basic unit of life. Every time new cells are generated, we know now. We are composed of cells, and every second, every moment, our body cells get degenerated. They are worn out, they are thrown away. And simultaneously new cells are formed. That is growth, that is development. We see young babies, a baby when it is born, it has around 200 billion cells, just 200 billion cells. It sheds old cells, new cells form. Just for an example, just for sake of understanding, if 100 cells get degenerated, 200 are regenerated. That means growth, baby is growing. It reaches up to stage when, as the cells which are degenerated, we get more cells are regenerated. That's growth. Man grows. And it is a specific stage, and then there's a decline. More degeneration, less regeneration. That's aging. That's finally collapse, and that ultimately results in death. Cells are created every time from where? What's the basic composition of cell? Living things, as you and me are living, composed of what? Developed from what? All the living and non-living things. See the composition of a cell, cytoplasm or nucleus. What's it? It is sulfur, phosphorus, calcium, potassium, iron, aluminium. All these metals you are in this world. All non-living matters joining at any time, even in my body, joining now. Non-living things creating life, creating cells, creating me. The rate of degeneration of cells has been calculated now. According to that, an adult man, all his cells get degenerated in 10 years' time. That means if anybody amongst you might have known me before 10 years, be sure I'm not that person which I was 10 years back, that I am dead. I'm new. As a house, all its bricks taken out, and new bricks added. That means it's a big house, new house. So am I. And if I happen to live, I don't know, Allah knows, if I'm going to live for another 10 years, what will be, what I will be after 10 years, it will not be me what I'm now. It will be new human being, because all my cells degenerating have already and new formed. And that's why this Quran also puts as an argument. That this means that a person who lives for 80 years, for example, that means in his lifetime he dies 8 times. Because all his cells gone, new cells that he dies, he's formed new. It is surprising. When Quran says that, oh man, you will be reborn, you will be resurrected, that means you will be born the 9th time. This is limitation of human arrogance. We see, okay, 8 times I can die, and I died, and I was recreated. But God recreates me, but the God cannot recreate me 9 times. 8 times is okay, but not 9 times. See, limitation of human understanding, arrogance at its climax. So our cells are formed anytime, every time. Our living cells out of non-living matter. That's what ultimately we are formed. Not we, plants, all the animals, all microscopic beings, bacteria, viruses, amoebas and protozoans, unicellular, acellular, everything being formed out of what? Non-living matter. This is fantastic. The Quran says, He brings out life out of dead. And similarly, degeneration, living cells dying, ultimately man dying, plants dying, animals dying, and all dead things, living things turn into dead matter. Again, they are broken into the same sulfur, phosphorus, potassium, iron, aluminium, potassium, whatever you can imagine. All the thorium, gold, silver, broken down again to non-living things and dead things. It's a continuous process happening in this world. The way I explain human body, it is happening anytime, every time. وَتَرْزُقُ مَنْ تَشَاءُ. And He gives provisions. Man tasha, whom He wills. Bigarisa, without any account. Without any account of faithfulness or faithlessness. It is distributed just according to the greatness of Allah, because He is the greatest provider. He provides sustenance to everyone. وَمَا مِن دَابَةٍ إِلَّا عَلَى اللَّهِ رِزْقُهَا. Not even a single living creature, whether it is microscopic bacteria or virus or blue whale, which eats weight of a whale, is around 100 tons or 100 to 20 tons. That means 100,000 to 120,000 kg. And how much it is? It eats at least 2-3 tons of food daily. Allah provides that, and Allah provides minor bacteria. Imagine, bacteria also needs food. It's a living thing, it needs food. It provides food to the bacteria. Can you imagine? Bacteria which we cannot see with our eyes, which is very hard to find in low power microscopes. We need high power microscopes to see bacteria and viruses. They also provided food. Elephants also. Whale also. A whale, you can imagine how heavy whale is. The only tongue of whale, a whale weighs around 3 tons. You know what is that? Weight of an elephant. Elephant weighs generally 3 tons, that means 3,000 kg. And that's the weight of the below whale's tongue. That also needs food. How much? How? Apparently, from a layman's point of view, we may think that whale is the biggest, they're the largest animal ever lived on earth. Whale is, below whale, even larger and bigger than dinosaurs, what we see generally in animation on our TV screens. But we feel that it needs food. Every living organism needs food. A whale also needs food. We think that it will be devouring, consuming, eating big sharks, big animals, these water animals, sea animals. Because it can eat, it can even swallow an elephant with ease. Without any problem, it can digest it and ingest it. Not to speak of humans, 100 humans can eat, a whale can eat. But it's surprising. What's the food of whale, It is krill. We call them krill. These are minute, almost microscopic living organisms in the water. Small fish, the smallest fish, we call them krill, K-R-I-L-L. Imagine that's the food. How many a whale consumes billions of krills per day. Its food is around 3 to 4 tons per day. That would 3,000 kg or 4,000 kg it needs as food daily. If Allah provides humans, وَمَا مِن دَابِرٍ عَلَى الْأَرْضِ إِلَّا عَلَى اللَّهِ رِزْقُهَا. Every living organism is being provided food, and humans also, animals also, and according to divine norms of divine wisdom. Allah provides everything because He is Creator, Lord, nourisher and cherisher also. صدق الله العظيم وصدق رسوله النبي الكريم والحمد لله رب العالمين.